Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Gennady Golovkin says he's ready for a Canelo Alvarez rematch. However, he wants Canelo randomly drug tests. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Golovkin just beat Vanes Martirosyan, 154-pounder coming off a 2-year layoff and a loss to Erislandy Lara. He did that at the StubHub, and now he says he's ready for Canelo. At the post-fight press conference, Triple G says, "I'm ready 100%. Of course, he's my priority," referring to Canelo. His promoter, Tom Loeffler, says, "The rematch with Canelo is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. Both of them have made career-high paydays. We had the third highest gate in Las Vegas. Some rematches go downhill. The ticket sales were on pace to break the number we did on the first fight. The pay-per-view interest, HBO said, was much higher than the first fight, and we think that if the rematch happens, it's not a guarantee, it'll be a much bigger fight." Right? There seems to be a lot of interest on their side. Naturally, there's interest on our side. I've been in regular contact with Golden Boy and with Eric Gomez, the president, and if there's a way to make that fight happen, and again, this is a fight where both guys have a huge incentive to make the rematch. Gennady feels, the whole team actually feels, it was a bad decision to draw the first time around. He feels he could have done better. The way he fought on Saturday, whether it was against Vanes or somebody else, he looked razor sharp. His speed, his timing, his distance, I think we didn't necessarily see the exact sharpness against either Daniel Jacobs or Canelo. And a lot of it had to do with the style of them wanting to basically survive more than actually fight. But at the same time, Gennady's been in there with other boxers that moved a lot and looked very dominant and impressive, just like he did against Canelo. Right? Shout out to ESPN, link in the description. Now, I got a rebuttal what Tom Loeffler just said. He just said that we didn't see the same sharpness with Daniel Jacobs and Canelo. That's because they hit harder than Vanes Martirosyan. They're closer to true middleweights in terms of, at least Canelo had one fight at 164.5 to acclimate versus Vanes Martirosyan coming off the couch and a 2-year layoff and a loss, and then moving up and saying, like, Vanes, everything he said in the buildup was speculation of how he thinks he will feel at this new weight. Oh, I have to cut. Everybody feels because you're cutting less weight, then you're naturally going to feel better because you get to eat a little bit better, eat a few more dense meals and stuff like that. But it's different when you haven't acclimated. The great Floyd Mayweather said that moving up in weight is a process. And a lot of guys forget that. I mean, just look at it. How many people have dared to be great, moved up in weight, and came up short in recent memory? Not historically. I'm just talking about recently. Mir Khan dared to be great with Canelo, got knocked out brutally. Vanes Martirosyan moved up for Golovkin off a 2-year layoff, got knocked out brutally. Right? Kell Brook, he got stopped, and he had a brutal injury to his eye, which could have left him blind. You know what I mean? So obviously, weight classes exist for a reason. So I don't agree with Tom Loeffler, what he's saying here. I think you have to consider, he says the way he fought, Triple G fought on Saturday, whether it was against Vanes or somebody else, he looked razor sharp. No. You can't just say that blanket statement. Of course, it's going to be dependent on who he's in there with and the circumstance. You can't just say, oh, he looked razor sharp regardless. You know what I mean? Because if that's the case, then why do people get mad at Mayweather for fighting Berto? That's a 2-time former champion who has youth on his side. He definitely has power and speed. You know what I mean? And people said that was a terrible fight to have. So obviously, who you're in there with is gonna matter. And like I said, Berto has speed, youth, power, you know what I mean, things like that over Floyd Mayweather. Very explosive, and more importantly, he had been active. He was on a 2-win streak, and he had been in the division, and he's, you know what I mean, stocky for the division. Vanes wasn't. So I disagree with Tom Loeffler there. You have to consider who they're in there with. I mean, again, why do people get mad at Deontay Wilder and say, oh, he just knocked out a bum or bum squad, if it doesn't matter? Why don't they just say, oh, Wilder looked razor sharp, he was in there with whoever, you know what I mean, Spilka, and he looked razor sharp because he knocked him out with one punch. You know what I'm saying? So obviously you have to consider who they're fighting in all the circumstances. As far as this Canelo fight, I think it'll be bigger just because of the controversy, the meat and stuff. All that drama adds to ticket sales and fan interest, especially casuals. So let's see it. But the walls are closing in for Golovkin to take a tough fight. I think Canelo's a tough fight. You got a champion, Billy Joe Saunders. Even though Abel Sanchez just said post-fight that Golovkin will never be undisputed and he blamed it on Billy Joe Saunders, even though Billy Joe Saunders is now saying he'll take the Golovkin fight, and he was not willing to fight May 5th because he was coming off an injury, but he said he would fight him in June or July. That's fact. You can Google it. And for some reason, Abel Sanchez says that Billy Joe Saunders would price himself out, but he was down to fight him before Canelo. You know what I mean? There was a point in time where it looked like Billy Joe Saunders didn't want to fight Golovkin, but he's changed his tune. Maybe the criticism got to him. Maybe the David Lemieux performance gave him confidence. Maybe, you know what I mean, seeing what Kell Brook, a welterweight, did and how he looked with Golovkin gave him confidence. I don't know. But Billy Joe Saunders has changed his tune a while ago. And then you have Derevyanchenko, Demetrius Andrade, Jamal Charlo's very aggressively calling out Golovkin. So a lot of options for Golovkin. The walls are closing in terms of all the fights around him are tough fights. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. Canelo is probably the safest option because even if you were to lose to Canelo, it could set up a trilogy and you're making career money. Derevyanchenko, Jamal Charlo, Daniel Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade, those are going to be considerably less money, and they're all threats and all dangerous. So we'll see what Triple G decides, but I don't know. To me, his team's been all over the place. 1 minute they're saying there's a 10% chance that the Canelo fight happens. Now it's I'm 100% ready because I knocked out Vanes. I just don't get it, but I'll keep you guys posted. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.